guys, Eataway here, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to trade from 1,000 coins to 100,000 coins quickly and easily on FIFA 20 Ultimate Team. I've got a handful of methods that will apply to you regardless of your budget, whether you just got the game and only have 1 or 2k, maybe whether you've been trading for a few days or opened some packs and you have 50 or 60k, or even if you have like 2 or 300k, you can use all the methods I show you here, and they should really help you out. Obviously, if you already have like 50k or so, you can just skip forwards a little bit further into the video when I talk about some higher budget methods, and if you already have a few 100,000 coins, these methods will still work very effectively for you to make more and more coins. So if you guys do enjoy the video, if you do, don't forget to leave a like on it. Let me know down below in the comments how many coins do you have right now on FIFA 20. If you sell everything in your club, how much would you have? I think I'd be on around 1 million coins. I'm not entirely sure, but hopefully these methods will help you guys out. So without further ado, let's go on into it. So the first method is going to apply to you if you're on a budget of around 5k or below. So if you're just starting out, this is perfect for you. It's the silver bid method. It's fairly self-explanatory. You just want to set your quality to silver and then pick any of the major leagues, and when league SBCs are released, you can pick any leagues that have a league SBC, and this will work really well. But I'm going to go with the Premier League for now, just as an example. You can either bid on these players, which is what I prefer, or you can snipe them, but find the lowest by now either way, which currently is about 400 coins, as you can see here. You can then undercut that and you can try and snipe the cards. There's already a card that's just come up there, and that is a Cruel, who we've picked up. On this super low budget, when you're trading with players this cheap, EA tax really is very insignificant, so it's not really going to play that much of a role, and you're not going to lose out much. So you can snipe players even when it's like being undercut by this small amount of coins. So Cruel I can sell for, you can see there's one for 400 coins, but the next lowest is 650, so I could probably sell him for about 550 or 600 coins. There's actually cards coming up all over the place here, who I've just managed to pick up. A load of these, so that's a ton of coins we're going to make there. I missed a steal there, I didn't even see one. But Darlow, see what he's going for. There's bids for 450, so he's 700. 750 is the lowest by now for him, so I can sell him for 700 coins, literally doubling my coins already on that card. So that's nice. This card was 300. I could sell it pretty much instantly for 400 right there, but I'm going to list him for 500. I think he will probably sell. I tend to list these cards for like a day, gives them a much higher likelihood of selling on. At some point throughout that time, someone will probably buy one of those cards, most likely for an SBC. Ruddy is like 450. There's a lot of them for 450. I got him for only 200, so I'll sell him for 400, and that way I'm doubling my coins there. I will definitely take that. And then finally we've got a Vidra. He was 350 coins, and the lowest by now is 1,000, so that is insane. Actually, there's one for 950. I'll list him for 900, and that way I'm almost tripling my coins there. So already, had I picked up those cards and I was on a really low budget, I'd probably spent like 1,000 coins. I'm already making like, what, 2 or 3k back from that, which is really good on that very low budget. And there's already cards coming up here. You can see there's one for 200. There's a Martin right there who I've managed to pick up. He looks a bit like Bald Martin, but not bald, if you guys are big Morgs fans, which I of course am. Now 500 coins seems to be what he is selling for, so we will list him up there for that. I'll list him 450 actually, just a quick undercut, and again, more than doubling my coins there. So yeah, you guys have seen this method is very easy, very effective, and I'm getting loads of cards. Baston's going for what, like 600 coins, again, something like that, so I'll list him for 550, and that'll make me like 250 coins profit. Again, as I said, like EA tax is very insignificant on such a low budget. There's literally so many cards going up, like I could do this method for ages, and I would make loads of profit. Literally, there's no one else even doing this method right now, so it's very easy. This card's like, what, 700? So again, very easy coins, tripling my profit there, which is crazy. As I said, you can also bid on these cards, so pretty similar, just set your maximum price to kind of what you'd be sniping at, and then go through and bid on these cards. You tend to find outfield players go for more than goalkeepers. Goalkeepers are always the cheaper ones, so you can afford to pay a little bit more for those outfield players. You can bid maybe like 400 coins or something on them. But again, this is like really easy, and you can actually keep some of these cards as SBC investments if you want to, and that way they'll then sell for more in the future, and you can sell them to obviously make more profit. But yeah, this method, like, very easy to do. Doesn't really require too much explaining, I don't think. You guys have seen, like, I'm just getting loads and loads of cards from sniping. Bidding is pretty easy too. Sometimes you'll get outbid on like every card, sometimes you win all of them. It depends if anyone else is really doing this method. It's quite a small method that I don't really think many people use, which means that like you're not going to have a huge amount of competition because it is such a low budget method. As I said, like you're not going to have a huge amount of people doing it. But if you go over to the transfer targets now, you can see I've already won 2 of these cards, and I'm literally going to win. Yeah, I've won that one. I've won that one. I'm winning that one. So I'm literally going to win all these cards here very, very easily. And now I just need to check the prices. So Matham's like 600 coins. So obviously I could sell him for that, maybe sell him for a little bit of an undercut price for that quick sale. I'm probably going to keep him, and I'll keep all of these players just as SBC investments, because I want to try and get like most of the cheap silvers in the Premier League sorted for SBCs. But that's just me. Obviously, if you guys are using this method, you want to sell the cards. Mavropanis is a really nice one here by the look of it. Yeah, like 550, 600. Again, easy coins, but again, as I said, I'll be saving these in my club just as SBC investments. If you want to do that, obviously join me. But you can see here we've won those 2 cards as well. So very, very easy. We're getting tons and tons of players, making loads of profit. And this is a really, really good method on that super low budget. Definitely would recommend trying it out until you get to like at least 10k or so, and then you can move on to some higher budget methods. Next up, we've got the gold bid method. For this, I'd recommend having at least 10 to 20,000 coins. If you don't quite have that, you can stick with the silver bid method, or you can try and snipe some of the cards that I show you here. But I find bidding is a much more consistent and easy way of making coins, and with it, you do make a lot more profit. At least I found that from my personal experience. Now, you want to go over to Footbin, which I'll leave a link to down below in the description. Go to players, go to non-rare golds, and then filter by price. And with that, you're going to find all the inflated gold cards, which go for a lot because of SBCs, but that are really low rated. People wouldn't expect them to go for that much, so you get loads and loads of them on open bid for really good prices. So for example, from personal experience, having used this method loads, I know that Leo Matos, I believe is his name right here, is a fairly expensive player, and this is literally just because of an SBC. He's the only Brazilian right back, I believe, or one of the only Brazilian right backs that doesn't play in like a really popular league. So he's currently going for what, like 2k? Yeah, 2,000 coins is the lowest by now. So you can either try and snipe these cards, which I'd recommend if you're on a slightly lower budget, just because bidding requires you to invest more coins. But you can try and snipe them like this, or you can literally just do this right here. Put your maximum price to like 1.5k, something like that. And then you can go through and literally just bid on all these cards. I bid up to probably like 1.6k or something like that, and that way I'll be making a steady profit. If I get these cards for 1.4k, I'm making 500 coins a card. I might bid a little bit lower on these, but you can see there's so many of these cards with really, really low start prices, and you can win so many of these. You can also get a lot of them by sniping, and if you mix the two together, that's probably the best way of making coins with this method here. Bid on a load of players. Once you've done that, you can then just come out and you can then try and just snipe some cards, again with a fairly kind of similar price to what you'd be bidding at. It's quite an easy way of making coins there. Another player, let's just go with like Valbuena, for example. These are just players I'm thinking of off the top of my head. I don't have Footbin available right now, but you guys will, hopefully, if you're using this method. But you can see Valbuena is a fairly expensive player as well. Again, it's literally just because of SBCs. He's going for 2k, so same price. And again, bid on cards. There's one for 1.4k there. We'll put a bid on him. There's one right here, 1.6, we'll bid on him. Looks like someone's going through and bidding like 1.5k on these cards, which is a decent kind of price. If you're doing that, you're making, what, like 400 coins profit after tax, which is not bad at all. So yeah, very, very easy. Like, you guys get the idea. I don't really need to sit here for ages explaining this method because it is super simple. But if you do a combination of bidding and sniping, you can really maximize your profits. You can sit in the 59th minute like this and snipe cards. We actually got outbid on that one, or out-sniped rather, which is surprising. You tend to find you win pretty much every single player when you're sniping these fairly like insignificant cards like this. But there we go. There's another one. I'll put a bid on him. And let's see, are we winning any of these cards? Have we won any? Yeah, we actually won 2 Valbuenas for 1.5 and 1.6, so that's nearly 1,000 coins combined across them. Actually got a bid on the Leo Mateus's for 1.5k there. We're still winning one there for 1.4 and should hopefully win that card. And obviously you can see I've won quite a few of those silvers from the Premier League as well. And I'm still winning a Valbuena there with not too long to go. So all around, it's looking pretty good with this method. I'll be back, hopefully, having picked up a few more of these players. So I'm actually got another Valbuena here for 1.5k and also a Leo Matos for 1.4. I also got this one here for 1.4 too, and then I lost out on this one for 1.6, this one for 1.3, that one for 1.4. It's not too bad in the end. We've got another few players, and I'll be able to list all of them up. I'll leave the silvers for now. I'll just store of them. in the club. But I will quickly list up these cards here. So we're looking at 2k for I think for all the Valbuenas, which isn't bad at all. So we're making like 400 coins profit after tax, which isn't bad. So that all adds up pretty fast. And then also Mateus, we're looking at 2k for him too. So again, that's 500 coins on that one. And this one here, we're also looking at 500 coins. So literally just from those few players, I've made like 2 or 3k profit. From the silvers it was the same, and that's just from like literally like 2 or 3 minutes trading. So when I say you can get from 1k to 100k quickly and easily, you really can. Like, you can literally do it in a day. It's not hard at all. Even if you've literally just got the game, have no experience of trading, I'm showing you exactly what to do. Obviously, it may be different players, may not be Valbuena that's overpriced your time of watching this video. It all depends on SBCs and stuff. So if you check out Footbin, you'll find lots of different players that, as of the moment you're watching this video, are overpriced, they're expensive, and you can therefore get lots and lots of good deals on them by bidding and by sniping. Next up, we've got the 1-2 method. For this, you want a few more coins. I'd say about 50k is a good amount to do this method effectively. You could just stick with the last method I showed you and get to 100k very easily, but this is just another way of doing it. So you want to set your quality to gold, maximum price to 10k, and minimum buy now to 15k. That is just a rough kind of template. It could be 20k and 30k, it could be 5k and 10k, it could be 1k and 2k. It all depends on your current budget, and it also kind of depends on the market with what's happening. Try out all these different types of combinations and see what happens. So you could do this, for example, right here, just kind of see how it works for you, but you're basically just going to find lots and lots of open bid deals. What I find when you're doing it on this lower budget here is you don't really find many of them, to be honest, which is why I prefer doing it with a minimum buy now of over 10k, because then that way you find players that are going to be going for more and you can consistently put bids on. So like here, pretty much all of these players go for more than what you're seeing them sell for here. So like Kimpembe, 8.1k. You want to have Footbin up, and over time you'll get to know these player prices, but just go onto Footbin and I will quickly look up Kimpembe's price. I've got it on my phone right here. You can get it on your phone, you can get it obviously like on your PC or something. Kimpembe is currently going for 14,500 coins, so he's a player that I could bid on right now and try and get for, I'd say, anywhere under like 13k or something. And you could easily, like, there's another one here as well. There's loads and loads of these cards, especially right now because the game's just come out, everyone's opening packs, so I'm finding loads of these players all over the place, and you can just go ahead and bid on them. It really is as simple as that, and you get loads and loads of good deals. This works really, really well in the evening when a lot of packs have just come out. There's a Fekir right here. I'm going to quickly check his price. There's just countless players to do this with. Fekir's 12k, so you can easily bid 10k on him, something like that, and make some coins there. Like, there's so many cards. Literally pretty much all of these are very good players to trade with, and all of them can make you coins. I tend to look for the more kind of OP meta players because they will sell a little bit faster. Let's check Vidal. How much is he? Especially if you see them already having like an open bid on, tends to mean they're going to be a better deal. I can't believe Vidal's that cheap because he actually has a really good card. You find informs with this too, you find pretty much everything. Paulinho, let's check him. Like, you literally find so many players. It's just down to like patience, really. You will have to stick with this method for a little bit to reap the rewards, but you often get cards, especially during lightning rounds, that will make you a ton of coins. So Paulinho's 6k, so if I can get him for this kind of price here, that would be perfect. Obviously you just like want to stick with the player and keep bidding to try and get them as cheaply as possible. Alex Telles could be another one, Mendy's another one, Asensio, Rabiot. Like, there's so many players all along here. I could go on and on. There's tons of them, and you just have to be patient really and just find cards, bid on them. There's a Morales right here. Right now I'm not winning many of these. I think it's because literally everyone is using this method because we had a lot of packs opened earlier, so it's like prime time for using it, and that means everyone's using this method basically. Morales is 8.5k, so could easily try and win that for like anything below about 7.5 or something. So yeah, I got outbid on both those Kimpembes, so I try and like keep a maximum price I want to bid to in mind, and not really go any higher than that. But let's try and maybe get this Morales. I'll see. I don't want to like stick with this method for ages. I would ideally want to show you guys some examples, but it's currently 1 in the morning and I'm recording videos at uni ahead of time. Literally my whole flat's just gone on a night out, so I said I'd stay in for the first time this week and get videos scheduled because I have been lacking with the videos recently. I think I've gone 2 days since I last uploaded, and that needs to change, especially with FIFA 20 being out. I need to get the content out, so I'm staying in and I'm getting videos done, but I'm so tired, so I really can't stick about for ages and need to show you guys like a good amount of videos, or get a good amount of videos done rather. And I've still got more methods to show you guys. So this is the 1-2 method, really easy. You've got lots of different budgets you can try it on. Haven't picked up a player with the method, but you've seen like there's so many different open bid players you can bid on. You just have to be patient, really. I think Mahrez is like 20k or something. So obviously, again, just kind of like bear that maximum price you want to pay in mind. So yeah, he's 20,000 coins, so you could bid like 16 or something. This works especially well when you've got lightning rounds, when there's a promo, when a lot of people are opening packs, when you've got rewards on Thursday. This works really well with rewards. Also squad battles too. Both of those works really well with that. But yeah, bid on cards. I'll try and win a Mahrez because I do want to show you guys an example, but you can do this like on a higher budget. It all depends like how many coins you've got. You could do this here, and then you're going to find some more high-end players. I've actually got ones to watches and stuff here. Joe Linton's actually really cheap. That could be a good investment. As a striker, he's going to score a lot of goals. But yeah, you've got this card here, Mahrez, that I'm still bidding on right now. But yeah, I can get him for like, what, 18k or something. I'd take that, but don't know if that's going to happen. I will also have a ones to watch trading guide out sometime soon. Honestly, don't really know with videos right now. Anyway, we keep getting a bit on Mahrez. Right now, this method isn't working particularly well, but it's a good method. It's another one to try out. If you're on a slightly higher budget, try it out. If it doesn't work for you, then you can use some of these other methods here, but this one does sometimes work really well. Sometimes it doesn't. It all depends on supply. You want a lot of packs to be opened, and hopefully not many people to use the method, but if lots of people are, you're just going to get outbid lots, and it won't work particularly well. Finally, we've got flipping. Now, this isn't necessarily a trading method. It's a whole different way of making coins. It is quite complicated, and I'm going to do my best to explain it in this video. It works best with meta players, and by that I mean players with good stats that are popular on the game, especially from major leagues and major nations. Now, flipping basically means you buy players when they're cheap and you sell them when they're expensive, and players fluctuate in price throughout the day, and various different factors are going to influence player prices as well, like weekend league. You've got weekend league sell off around Sunday and Monday. Player prices for those meta cards drop as people sell their weekend league teams, and from Thursday onwards they rise as there's an injection of coins into the game from rewards and people start building their weekend league teams. So you've got that price fluctuation throughout the week to look out for, and throughout the day as well. You often find that UK time around 5 PM is the cheapest time on the market, and cards are then more expensive at night because a lot of the player base of Ultimate Team are from the EU. So with that reduced supply of cards onto the market, given that a lot of them aren't playing, it's mainly players from the US and around the rest of the world, less cards on the market, higher prices. So you can buy cards at those low points, so around, let's say, 5 PM on a Sunday or on a Monday when cards are going to be low, and you can flip them with Thursday rewards, for example, and make very easy coins. And this applies especially to meta cards. So let's say someone like Adair Militao. This method right now, it's worked really well. On a daily basis, I've been using this rather than doing this over the longer period of a week. I've been flipping players consistently over the past week or so, getting them at that early time, typically around 5 o'clock UK time, or when there's been rewards and lots of card lists on the market. Quickly I've got them, and then I sell them later on, and I list the cards a little bit higher up, waiting for kind of like lazy buyers, people to pay a little bit more. And it's just a really easy way of making coins when you get to a higher budget. Like, you can use this with millions of coins and it works very well. You just buy cards when they're cheap, list them a little bit higher, and just keep listing them, and they're going to be more expensive at night. They're going to be more expensive, for example, after rewards. It's a very easy, like, foolproof way of making coins. There's very little risk with this because the prices, that fluctuation kind of market trend is extremely similar all the time. And if you find the trends of certain players, you'll see some fluctuate more than others. Some are influenced by other factors. For example, let's say Bernardo Silva gets into the team of the week. You're going to see someone like Cancelo or Pereira, who gets a link into them, that a lot of people would use, will rise in price. So you can think ahead, and then you can kind of find players that you think will rise more than others, and you can flip for more coins. So this is, I wouldn't necessarily say a trading method. It's more like a market trend that you can take advantage of and make a lot of coins with. Like, you can snipe players and you can bid on them and get them even cheaper to maximize your profits, or you can literally just buy cards when they're cheap, sell them when they're highest, the basic kind of premise of trading and making coins on FIFA. And it's something that all the top traders do, but a lot of the lesser down kind of players that aren't fully clued up on the game and aren't fully involved in the trading scene wouldn't necessarily know about, but it's something that you guys can definitely take advantage of to make an absolute ton of coins. But with that is going to be the end of the video. That is the final kind of high budget method we're going to be talking about. You can use any of these methods, you can use a combination of them. I'd say my favorite is probably the non-red gold bidding method. That's the most effective one, I'd say, and it's very, very easy to use. Even on a really low budget, you can make a ton of coins with that, and you could just comfortably use that to get to 100k. But maybe if you get bored of that, maybe if you want to make some higher kind of profit margin type investments and some pickups like a Dare Militao, for example, you can try flipping. You can try the bidding method too. Certain times it works really well, certain times, like now, for some reason doesn't really work as well. And obviously on a really low budget, you've got the silver bid method as well. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're on here, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care.